Got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole wide.
Hello, here's Barrett again from Palmistry Unplugged. And today we're going to talk about the left and the right hand, the comparison between both of them. The left hand, if you remember it, is what we are born with. Or if you're believing in past lives, it is an imprint of your exact previous last life. So at some point, boom, it's there. It is an imprint is made, and that's what it comes out in your left hand. In the right hand is where your direction is going, if it's going anywhere. So the left is more like what you were born with, and the right is showing the direction that you're going in. So it's very important then to make this comparison between the left and the right hand, right? So you're going to look for changes between them. For example, if there are different lengths in the fingers, for example, if in the left hand the finger is straight and the right hand the finger is bent, or you see that the heart line is ending on the Saturn in the left hand, and then the right hand is ending in Jupiter, or vice versa, that the heart line becomes less. Also, that you're going to see sometimes differences in the size. And sometimes, the width of the palm will be less or more between the left and the right hand. And this is an indication of left brain, right brain imbalance. So when I do see that in people, and I do once in a while do see it, I do suggest they do some left and right brain synchronization exercises, because that's always an indication. So there are differences even in the size of the hand, right? So you're looking at that. There might be also the mounts. The mounts might be stronger in the left hand or stronger in the right hand. So I'm looking to see what's happening. Or the other situation is that it just remains the same and they're both exactly the same, which is also you also see. So I am looking for changes between the two hands. Also, how many lines there are, how many of the secondary lines, how many challenge lines are there, how many worry lines are there, the comparison of all the different lines, and how, the destiny line, is there a destiny line in the left hand and not the right hand, and vice versa. So you're taking each aspect of what we have talked about, and you're comparing them, and through that comparisons, you're making judgments, it's very important. So, for example, I look to see, first of all, if for example, if somebody has a lot of lines in their left hand, like secondary, tertiary lines in the hand, capillary lines, and then it clears up in the right hand, then I know the person is going to clear up their challenges, clear up their issues. There might be medical issues. There might be some sort of life-threatening issue or something like this as well. So I look to see that, is the person going to work on their issues or not. If the hand remains the same and the lines are in good condition and showing growth or a maturity, and it's a maturity in the left hand, then there's no need for change, and it's the status quo. However, if you're seeing like the left hand and the right hand both really not in a good situation, where it's issues and challenges and whatnot, and you see that it remains the same, then this person is going to have difficulties changing to get out of things. And if they have some sort of illusion that they might make some progress and going to become happy if I overcome this issue, I'm telling them, look, you really, this probably is not going to happen, and you have to accept the way your life is, the way it is, which can be hard for some people. And other people, that's actually very liberating to hear that. So to accept your faults and your issues and your challenges, and just be who you are. So I'm looking, do the lines get bigger? Do the lines get stronger? So, for example, the heart line. Does the heart line get bigger? Is there going to be a growth of the emotional body? Or does the heart line become less? Is there going to be a contraction of the emotional body? And also for the headline. Is the headline going to be straight in the left hand and be logical, left brain, and then in the right hand you see it starts curving down into the lunar area? That, then you're seeing there's also big changes in the mental body, right? And also in the lifeline. Is there a lot of breaks and a strong, or is there a strong lifeline in the left hand and a weak one in the right hand, or vice versa? So you're also seeing that. And also, like, for example, destiny. What type of destiny lines are in the left hand? Are they spiritual? Are they material destiny lines, balance lines, satin lines? And so you're making your conclusions about this. And that will be your conclusions. I make a lot of conclusions about that comparison of the left and the right hand. Of course, there's always exceptions, but generally not. And I would say 98% not exceptions. Usually, if somebody's heart line decreases, usually it's something that happens in their life that they love less. So you're just looking for these differences, and also some big differences. For example, if somebody has a bent finger of Jupiter, for example, or a bent Saturn finger, let's say Saturn finger, if somebody has a bent Saturn finger in the left hand and then the right hand is straight, now that's a major thing happening, That is a major thing happening, that there's some sort of deep fear that is resolved. It is tremendous happening. Or you see where the heart line in the left hand ends on the Saturn, and then the right hand is going into the base of Jupiter. That's again a major event in this person's life, and you can spend 1 or 2 or 3 lives just to grow that little bit of heart line. So these things are happening. They are valid. They are true. Let me think of some other situations. Some more examples of that is you look at the fingerprints to see maybe, which hand has more like a predominance of world fingerprints in the right hand. So you need to make this comparison to go from the left to the right and then make your own conclusions. And it's also, again, we're talking about going from the left brain, going from the right brain, going from left brain logic, right brain intuition, and going back and forth, seeing the logic, make your conclusions, make your interpretations. Because this is the finesse of palmistry, is to be able to compare the left and right hand and see where the changes are, if any, and then make conclusions about that. So this is very important to me. This is one of you're getting into the finesse of the lines. So this is all I want to say at this point about the comparison. And then again, this is Bharat from Palmistry Unplugged, and I would really like it if you would buy my book, download it, or buy a hard copy from Amazon, or call me, or email me about a reading. Questions are also welcome. And I'm also in the process of writing a new book called Human Design According to Palmistry, and that will be hopefully finished at some point. So take care, and we'll see you next time.
Got the whole world in your hands. You got the whole